Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin here with today's Divine Daily Blast. Enough of my blabbing, let's get right to it. I was out this morning. I get up probably really early, and I've done that for years. Sometimes as early as 2:30. I don't actually physically get out of bed, but I spend that time just lamenting on how grateful I am for certain things, and it just makes me feel good. Well, this morning I get up. And one of the things I like to do after I put the cat food down and feed the dogs is go outside. Even when it's a little bit rainy, I do go outside and look at the night sky, see if I can't see stars and the moon and the planets, just to be part of a bigger galaxy, if you will. And this morning, I was struck by the first kind of fog, mist, if you will. Usually that kind of rolls in around late September, October in my region, where it's sort of like a blanket of mist and fog. And I thought, whoa, one of my friends said that August is the turning point of summer into autumn. And I was just like, oh, here we go, change. Well, my friends, I'm going to start with the angel numerology today because we have the number 5. It primarily signifies major life changes, personal freedom, adventure, and adaptability. I think the two words from this part of the year to the end, if not into 2027, is accept and adapt. It's a divine message urging all of us to embrace the upcoming transitions. More importantly, cut the ties that bind you to anything that happened in the past. It's done. It's gone. It's dusted. Trust the process of growth. Trust the process of your own discovery. Being present to, wow, this is happening. It's also about embracing freedom. Freedom from routines, restrictions, anything that makes you feel stuck. Particularly if you're uninspired, if you're bored, mundane. Learning through experiences is another element of number 5. Thinking, what can I learn? What can I discover? What can I adapt to? Personal growth, spiritual awakening. And after we get from 55 to 555, and if you're lucky enough to get 4 5s in a row, each one amplifies the one before it. So like 4 5s in a row is a profound spiritual shift and an opportunity to completely reinvent your life. And when you frequently see the number 5, you got to pay attention. Take some proactive steps. Be open to new experiences. I like the saying, be a yes. Drop what you need to drop. And have an inner knowing that you're ready right now. Trusting intuition. Now, if you want some spiritual guidance, pull on Archangel Michael and Archangel Uriel, as well as Archangel Gabriel. Say, listen, I need a divinatory team to see me through this day. Now, the moon, my loves, have shifted from Aries into Taurus, and it moves through this abundant sign. As we're about to enter the eclipse season, so what are your financial goals? Try and make a 4-week plan. So by the 5th of September, you will be doing what? You'll be having what? You'll be gaining what? Think about all of that. That's how you embrace the change. Make the declaration. This is what I want to have and this is what I'm going to get. Boom, chakalaka, off we go. Here are my isms. I'm open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe. I'm an instrument of love and healing. This I know myself to be. And then I'm magnificent. I mean, there is, it's just magnificent. And I know sometimes I've struggled with these self-proclaimed proclamations of success and abundance and how fabulous I am, because there are many times in my life where I have not felt that way. Choosing to believe in the lies that there's something wrong, not good enough, not worthy enough. The constant rejections. I learned from, I think her name was, it was oh gosh, a silent screen actress, last name Pickford. One of you can fill in the comments of who the first name was. But she said basically the difference between success and failure is getting back up. Just because you fall down, just because you take a knock, just because you have a bit of a slide, doesn't mean to say you're out of the game or you're done. I know recently I have bumped up against frustration, particularly in the learning of artificial intelligence, because unlike it, I don't necessarily have the capacity to pull from all these different data centers or all these different data resources to get the information I need. So one of my guides, because I hear voices in my head, I'm sure you do too, said, why don't you just look at this as an adventure? Why don't you just look at this as that's interesting? Why don't you just be curious about it? Curious about what? I wonder if that's true. And I've got friends that have gone on to whatever open AI platform they've used, and they've sort of like, I'm going to have to go Google that. Well, what do you think Google is? No matter where you go to get the references, as long as you get some kind of confirmation that what's being shared with you, you can sort of hang your hat on. And just like our number says today, you can change your mind. You can change your mindset, and you should question authority, change your mindset. Look at things in a way that you haven't looked at them before, as I did. Many of us have learned to go down to rabbit holes of reaction when something doesn't quite work out, when we come up against a bump in the road. When it says, well, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing the other thing, get this, get that, I've done it. I had an instant on Monday where I was trying to transfer the Microsoft Word document that's eventually going to be the book into a publishing format. And trust me, I had no idea. I thought you just sent the raw document off somewhere and then it came back as a book. It does, for a fee. But there are also many programs, and this one particular one that I was introduced to are free. This one happens to be bundled in with my Canva account. And those of you who know what Canva is, it's quite a lovely desktop publishing program that lets you create images, files, whatever you want to do. It's very popular. But once again, it's using a lot of AI technology. We've been kind of like birthed into this world of artificial intelligence for decades. Now all of a sudden, it's the tool that people go to. And along with anything that changes, there comes these fears, these rabbit holes, these frustrations. That's where you have to look at it like, I'm really not sure I know what I do with this. Take a break, take a breather, let your brain settle into the information, and then go back to it later. I am going off on a tangent today, and I don't mean to. Let's get on with this. Message from the love angels. We can fly into your life whenever you need help. Finding love for yourself. Oh, whenever you need help finding love for yourself, sorry. Allow us to help you see yourself clearly as a true, beloved child of the divine. I now believe that everything we're meant to experience comes to us, well, everything we're meant to pay attention to comes to us honestly. I release self-judgment and embrace self-love. I find beauty in every aspect of my being. I love that last bit. I find beauty in every aspect of my being. Brigid, she became a saint. She is the, I would say, goddess of the Celtic realms, here to represent the passion of all seasons, the inner fire, leading with purpose. I would say that's very much embracing change. Metatron, Tap into your divine calling. You have a divine calling. You're ready to fulfill the call of your soul. Metatron is the twin brother of Archangel Sandalphon. He sits next to God. Interesting that in some of these texts, I find myself thinking, sitting at the throne next to God, well, that must mean that God is sitting there too. Well, God's not a person, not a human. It's an energy. What does that even mean? So I go down those rabbit holes sometimes. But I'm curious. You know, many of us think, well, when you meet God, well, what is God? Who is it? You know, is it like the Wizard of Oz? Yeah, no, don't think so. I think it's everything, everywhere, and meeting God means the awakening to it. Like, oh yeah, this is the divine. Wednesday, look at this. Angel numerology number 5 on August the 5th. Hello, do you need a confirmation? I express my desires with joy and freedom. Love makes me feel liberated. Love, the love angels. And I didn't choose, I just shuffled, closed my eyes, pulled this card. Card from the love angels. This one. Freedom comes from feeling the love. And I don't need another confirmation to tell you. We have the number 3 card in the major arcana, which is the Empress. She nurtures all life forms. And this card indicates fertility, abundance, fruitfulness, motherhood. It is the card of domestic stability, care and protection. It's all about comfort, the inspiration of nature. It's all about nurturing the heart, nurturing the world in all its forms and glory. Now, it's a very positive card for the home, for the family, for creative arts, anything that involves the physical aspect of life. It comes with a very positive, good omen, signifying the stability of things, the safety of things, the comfort of things, the wealth of things. And I'm not just talking about money. We all have to start looking at wealth, abundance, more than actual physical coins. If you have love from friends, as I do, most of you are my friends and I love you, that's abundance. If you have air to breathe that doesn't cost you anything, that's abundance. If you have trees in your garden or in a park, their leaves are giving you that abundance. This is also about harmonious relationships, lasting joy. The Empress guards the entire world. She's the mother of all of us, and she's giving us her blessing. Every element, birds, flowers, the ocean, porpoises, divine feminine, all of it, butterflies, all kinds of things are in this card. Let me see if our fairy friends are coming in with the confirmation. I love this. I just love today the voice of change, the voice of stability, the voice that we meant to listen to. Okay, friends. Come on, friends. Fairies, sylphs, gnomes. I'm just going to fan them out and pull. This one's sticking up. Transformation. That's all about change. That is all about embracing the change. Transformation should be speaking to you today, my friends. And on the card it says the fairy tells you to surrender to transformation. The transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace it. Even if you said the best is yet to come and it's already on its way. That is transformation. The best is yet to come and it's already on its way. This fairy of transformation wishes to remind all of us that change can be more amazing than we can ever imagine. We have to let go and surrender to the natural changes that occur in every part of our lives. The process of transformation is a beautiful experience, like You can imagine, I like to use the analogy of change when you think about a coffee bean comes from the coffee plant or tea, doesn't matter, grows underneath the ground in the dark, any kind of seed, and requires something, nature, what have you, to germinate it. Water, the soil, whatever. Could be a farmer, doesn't matter what. And eventually that coffee bean or tea plant begins to sprout and grow, comes up out of the ground, starts to bear fruit, this being coffee beans. Then the coffee beans get picked. Then those coffee beans get pulverized and roasted and put into whatever packages, only to be sent to somebody's kitchen where they pour boiling hot water on the top of it to bring you, me, all of us, a lovely, delicious cup of coffee. That's transformation. Transformation in action. Every single thing that we ever do, we ever have, has started somewhere. And it's made this transformation through various changes. Many of us fear it, or have been told to fear it, because we don't know what's coming next. And the not knowing what's coming next, somewhere in here, is this ability to want to control that. The ability to say, I'm right about this. I'm going to tell you, this is how it's going to happen. If you keep doing what you're doing, this is what's going to go on. Well, really? How about letting the person have the experience of embracing whatever that is? Just saying. All right, my friends, that's it from me for today. Let me know in the comments what you got from this, and I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Bye for now.